Now the Packers should have won that game. The Packers, dude, Jordan Love and the Packers. That's a team to look out for. And Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey are still really good. So
Yeah.
So God, it's tough. Like I I mean, I think I've been saying that for a while, but just that I still, even with the Chiefs kind of having an off season, when it comes to the playoffs, man, there is nobody else I would want besides Patrick Mahomes. The only other guy I might want retired last season, he's sitting on a beach somewhere. I swear to God, I know I've said that freaking a few times over the last few months. If this boils down to Chiefs Niners, it's going to boil down to Mahomes. So
That's going to be interesting, definitely.
Love you.
I don't think freaking Mahomes. Eric,
Hey guys,
how's it going?
what's up, Tony and Bama?
Chilling, man.
Just kind of chatting about the weekend of football that just went by.
That was pretty crazy, man.
It was pretty crazy. I mean, the Packers should be moving on, but they're not. That's what happens when your field goal kicker hits the upright. They woulda, coulda, shoulda, but unfortunately, the Greg Vaughn's San Francisco 49ers are moving on.
Kid is a pretty good guy. I couldn't believe you didn't like him.
Who's that?
You.
The Niners?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, I didn't think that the Packers were going to win that game. Did you see the spread? They were favored. The Niners were favored by 10 points. I knew they were going to cover 10 points. I mean, they went into Dallas and destroyed the Cowboys, and then they almost beat the 49ers. So
Spencer, you got to start synchronizing your show, my man. Like everybody should have the same background on.
Tony and Bama get a pass because he's got a cool man cave, apparently.
Yeah, but it ruins the whole show. It ruins the whole look of the show. As much as I know, I feel you, but you can't do that. You gotta do it professionally if you want to make money with this thing. And every time you're recording that, that's what we're putting on TV. You're putting,
okay.
Everybody should have the same background.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. You hearing that, Tony? It's pretty easy to do. I'll send Bama the background. It'd probably be okay for tonight if you guys don't have time to get it up right now. But what's new, Eric Zulli?
A lot. We just hired a podcast director, as I introduced you on the text.
Yeah.
Eric,
and
here's your reminder.
Alexa, cancel. We are focusing on a. In fact, you should try to come if you can, Spencer. On the 27th of January, we're gonna be with a couple of cast members from HBO's Power. And, yeah, a whole lot of industry people at a big studio in Los Angeles.
Really, 27th. When is that?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it? That night or is it?
Yeah, it's like 8 to 11.
8 to 11. Is it an actual event?
Yeah. They're calling it LA's leading industry networking event.
Cool.
That is really nice.
Let me text Paul and Greg. Let them know we're
selfies.
We're on. So tonight basically is kind of, I want to call it dress rehearsal just because we haven't done a show in a while. Oops, sorry, Eric. Dress rehearsal because we haven't done a show in a while. And then as we move forward and we start booking guests, then we'll book them. Well, how much, when you book a big guest, Eric, you think 30 days? Hi, G Unit.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Alex, how you doing?
Hey, good.
How much time do you think You know, when you pick
At
about
least,
30 days?
at least minimum 2 weeks, but
Minimum 2 weeks.
a good month is a good amount of promo time.
Yeah, me and Greg have talked with Laura daily a lot just about, like doing it right. So we haven't done a show in a while, so we figured we'd get at least a kind of a dress rehearsal type show out tonight.
How about the
That-
Chiefs, though?
How about
You're
them
losing next game, girl. You know that.
I cannot. Yeah, I mean, okay. This is
Swift,
gonna
bye-bye.
We got
Bye-bye,
how
Swift.
did I know you were going to say that?
Rig that game, though. You know the NFL's going to try and rig that game to get her in the next fucking game.
I know. It's going to be so. Oh man, it's going to be such a good game. The Ravens
It's
are
gonna
good.
Yeah, that's this. I was thinking about that because we have Bama, a Ravens fan. We got
Yeah.
G Unit, a Chiefs fan. Greg is a huge 49ers fan. And then Paul Pratt's supposed to be hopping on, who used to play for the Lions. So
It should be really two good games. Really two
Yeah.
good games.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got until about 7 o'clock, Spence. So if you need anything from me, let me get in and out.
cool.
Have a next week.
Give me a sec. Paul. So we got a couple minutes.
Congratulations to Julia for winning the fantasy football.
Oh, I know. She won. My little sister.
Really?
She's like 24.
Is that the one here that's here in LA?
Yeah, the one that works at Belmont, the bartender
Right.
at Belmont. Yeah,
She
she
ended up winning?
won our fantasy league. Yeah.
That's cool.
I got second.
Yep. Tony
How'd
got
you-
second.
Thanks, Ricky Bobby.
How'd you guys do in the rest of your leagues, Tony and Bama? Any good or no?
Did not make the playoff. I finished 9th place, which went out of the playoffs on one and like last in yellow, man. Defending
Yeah.
champ couldn't make the damn playoffs. I took
Hey.
third.
And hey, another thing, me and Greg and we're chatting about, and also with Laura, is he's gonna start, going through his Rolodex and seeing who he knows with the Rockies, and then basically just like in Denver in general, and maybe here in the not too distant future, get you guys doing it. I was even talking to Frankie. He said, I don't know, Frankie was chatting with you guys about that, but maybe doing it live from the Platte again, and because Greg might be able to get actual like Rockies players, actual people in the organizations to come over to Platte. You guys remember when 1043 The Fan used to do live on Wednesday nights from the Platte with Scott Hayes?
Like the morning time, too, right there.
Remember they did the Indian motorcycle giveaway with Scott Hastings. You guys
Oh,
remember those days?
But no, they actually did a show on a morning time. They did one of what's his name?
Old guy that retired.
He just retired from us. Yeah, the freaking Boston dude, Irish guy. Wait, no, wait, Irish name. Yeah, he was on. Dude, they did a whole freaking morning set from the Platte one year, right there. I remember
Spencer,
that, right?
check your email. I just sent you the correct background.
Oh, okay. Hey, Bama, do you think, boom, if I send you this, let's see.
Alex, kudos to you, by the way. You've always had the correct background on. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Include attachment.
I know.
On background, Eric, you know that.
You guys can do the background because you don't need a green screen or anything behind you. All you need to do is just set it. As long as you have the right lighting. If you look what's behind me, I have a chair and a kitchen table. Like there's like nothing behind me.
Hell yeah, we know. Yeah.
It's something that that StreamYard has advanced, so you don't need a green screen anymore.
That's awesome.
Boom.
And my point being is that the show will look that much more professional if all the same backgrounds are in sync.
We was told different, but that's cool. Okay, we were told to keep the background we had, but that's fine. That's cool. I can check that out. Hell yeah, yeah.
Cool. I just sent it to you. Sent it to your email. You guys are on your phone, right, Bama?
Yeah.
Okay. And Mike Ball he's one of your guys, right, Eric?
Yeah, he's the new one. He's the new podcast director.
Background guy. Okay. Awesome. All right. Cool. Let's get this started.
Yeah, he doesn't need to come in, but let him stay in so he can. I want him to watch the process, so next time he can engineer.
Okay. Sweet. All right. Well, cool, guys. It's 6:30, so let's get this show on the road. All right, guys, another amazing edition of Sports and Tacos coming at you. I'm your host, Spencer Cadigan, as usual. We have all the regulars. We got Eric Zulli on tonight. Greg Vaughn is supposed to be stopping by, or at least hopping on to talk at least 49ers with everybody. His 49ers had a very close victory over the Green Bay Packers. Paul Pratt, ex-Detroit Lion, is going to come on. Paul is super happy about the Detroit Lions making the NFC Championship game, as well as the entire city of Detroit. The fact that the Lions are in the playoffs. Man, could you imagine that, Tony? Like, if they win the national championship and make it to the Super Bowl in the same year.
Hey, man, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. But congrats on Michigan. Go blue.
Yeah. I don't know, Eric.
Disaster.
I'm not sure, how familiar with NFL you are, but the Detroit Lions are one of the oldest NFL teams, and they have never won a Super Bowl. They haven't even been to the NFC Championship game since 1991 or something. I don't even know. They've never even come close. So the city of Detroit, Paul's Detroit Lions are extremely happy. And I remember that feeling, at least like with the Broncos before they won their first Super. Greg
What's
Vaughn,
going on?
how you doing tonight?
What's up, sir?
Gee.
Thanks
Doing good.
for
What's happening?
Thanks for taking some time out. I know it's a big birthday tonight, right? For you?
Not me, not mine.
No, not you, but
yeah,
just
yeah. So, yeah, just eating a little bit later,
yeah.
going to dinner. Another day
Oh, cool.
after sweating out
But,
that terrible 49er game.
That was a sweaty one right there, man. You guys barely pulled that one off.
Oh, did we?
And
Right.
for
That was
those that are just tuning in that might not know who some of the guests are, Spencer, you should give everybody like a little 20-second, 30-second introduction of who everybody is that they're watching. It's an honor to have Greg Vaughn with us today.
Yeah. For everybody watching right now, this is MLB star, the Greg Vaughn.
Thank you.
To me, Greg Vaughn's huge. And so we're lucky to have Greg on the show and partnering up with us. But this is a man who has hit 50 home runs in a season. That is a very small club. Besides hitting many other huge home runs in your career, Greg. But yeah, Greg, star baseball player. Spencer Cadigan, your host. Alex Ginzel, live from Nashville. Greg's in I think Vegas.
Yes.
Tony and Bama are coming to you live from Denver, Colorado. So me, Alex, Tony, and Bama were the originators of Sports and Tacos. It was all born about 5 years ago on the deck of the Platte River Bar and Grill in Denver, Colorado. And the Eric Zulli, CEO of Easy Way Network. Eric's got all kinds of stuff. I don't want to. I don't have time to go down the list of all the stuff that
I'm just the guy that owns this little old broadcast. No big deal.
Yes. So, anyways, we were about ready to. It's hard to not dive into some football immediately. I'm trying to get. I think Paul Pratt's going to be logging in a minute to talk about his Detroit Lions and the NFC Championship game coming up. We were just talking about Detroit. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. I'm sure Tony remembers. When the Broncos won their first Super Bowl, we were 0-4 and had basically gotten destroyed in 4 Super Bowls. So when they finally won that first Super Bowl, it was nuts. And I think just so you guys know, the entire state of Colorado, the population at the time was only like 3 million people for the entire state. 1 million people showed up in downtown Denver for that parade.
Wow.
So basically 1 out of 3 people in the entire state. So I kind of relate to Detroit right now. They are on the cusp of something that they have never done. I mean, I think they won some championships back in I want to say like the 40s or the 50s or something, right?
I think it is. Yeah.
Who was their quarterback? Like Sid Luckman or Sammy Baugh or something? So it's been a long drought for the Detroit Lions. So I'm happy to see the Lions make it to an NFC Championship game. And like the San Francisco 49ers, they got by, whatever. A win is a win. I'm a Jordan Love fan kind of at the moment, just because I texted you guys, I found a whole bunch of his like really valuable rookie cards. And I bought those cards that summer, the lockdown summer, when we were just laying around doing nothing. Remember that? When we had nothing better to do all summer.
Love cars then?
Yeah, I was just buying random crap when I was staying with you and Tony that summer. And I was going through a box the other day. I don't even know what I was looking for. Pulled out some stuff, and there was a pack of just random Jordan Love rookie cards I bought on eBay in the lockdown summer. Now they're worth like $250 a piece. But anyway, Greg, your San Francisco 49ers got by the Packers. I know they didn't play the great. Well, so let me ask you this, Greg. Do you think that the Niners played down, or that the Packers are a pretty damn good team?
I think the Packers, I mean, they're a good team. It took a while for them to gel, to get to know one another. They're the youngest team in the league. Mm-hmm. The quarterback had his weapons in and out all year except Dobbs, so, I mean, and Jones was out. So I think it was a combination of things. I just think the 49ers, to me, haven't been playing that well at the end of the season, even going into the playoffs. So, with a week off, you have some rust. And, any given Sunday, anybody can win, or Saturday.
Yeah. And, the Packers were definitely riding high after going into Dallas and just basically destroying the freaking Cowboys. I mean, that's definitely got to give everybody's ego a boost to make them think that they can go into San Francisco and beat the Niners. And I mean,
well, they have nothing to lose either. You know what I mean?
They're playing with house money.
Yeah, yes, sir.
It's like this. There wasn't going to be a shutout. I didn't see a shutout going to happen. I did not see a shutout was not going to happen. I knew there was going to be some magic, and it was some weird magic, but it was magic.
Yeah,
it was. Niners did it.
Yeah, we lived for another game. It's I like Detroit too, so it's not bittersweet, but I'm a Niners all day, every day.
Yeah, that's going to be a great game against them in Detroit right there. But Greg, do you think, because I kind of feel like with Baltimore too, though, having that week off bye does not help you. It hurts you. It gets you out of your groove. The other teams are playing in their groove to hit you, because just like we were tied at halftime. Baltimore was. You guys were down, I think, at halftime. Second half, you finally get things going right there. I don't like having a bye first round, but I like it now because you got some rest plus some momentum going now. But still.
Yeah, for me, like in baseball, when you make the playoffs, I hated those extra 4 days or 10 days while another series was going on, because all the momentum and the rhythm that I have is gone. It's like starting over.
Yeah. Hey, guys, Paul Pratt, ex-Detroit Lion, just joining us. So,
what's up,
Paul? Pratt? Detroit's in.
Detroit, baby.
Congratulations to the Lions.
We want the Niners.
It's still going to be Niners and Baltimore in the championship.
We want the Niners.
We have all kinds of rivalries on the show tonight, because we got a huge Niners fan, huge Lions fan, a huge Ravens fan, and of course a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Hey, I want to see a Lions Taylor Swift Super Bowl so badly.
Oh, no.
You want to see what?
That's what the NFL wants, Paul. The NFL wants that.
I want it too.
Lions Baltimore Super Bowl, but not a Taylor Swift Super Bowl. That's not football.
I can hear the song now. Don't pet the kitty. Don't pet the kitty.
We gotta have Taylor at the Super Bowl, man. We gotta have Taylor at the Super Bowl, man. Stop.
I don't. Yeah,
I gave into it. I was against it. I gave into it. I was like, you know what? Let's go.
Chiefs
I have a
against
feeling it's
Baltimore.
going to be Chiefs Lions.
It's going to be like a weird call or something. I feel like, unfortunately, but yeah, because they want Taylor Swift in that Super Bowl, which is weird.
So I guess
for the Ravens. Yeah.
At least for like the Niners Packers game, I think it's probably unanimous that the Green Bay Packers are for real. I don't think that's a team that's going away anytime soon. Jordan Love seems like he's the real deal. If you're in the NFC, there is a new team, a new potentially powerhouse coming to the NFC soon. I mean, the Niners got by with the hair on their chinny chin chin. They hit the upright, but they did move on. And I still think that at least, the Niners all around team is probably the best team left in the NFL when you factor in defense, wide receivers, running backs. I mean, there's so many weapons on the Niners. So
I think, but you got to play like it. It doesn't matter. It's like the Yankees every year. The Yankees every year on paper should win the World Series, but there's too many factors that come into play. I think Baltimore right now is the most rounded team in the NFL. The way they're.
But I'm not going to Kansas City. To be the best, you got to beat the best. And KC's the best right now. That's a hell of a matchup for Baltimore right there too. Yeah. That's the number one. Top defense is going at it. Offense is going too.
So let's go to the other. I guess we could chat real quick about Chiefs Bills, because there's not a whole lot to say necessarily about the Chiefs. But real quick, what are we buying or selling the Bills and Josh Allen? I mean, and I've talked about this on the show before.
He came to play. He did a great game. Unfortunately, they shed that kick right.
Nope, do not blame the kicker. That was Josh Allen's fault.
Don't blame the kicker.
Before that kick right there. Exactly. You hit Stephon Diggs that crossing pattern to extend the play, extend the drive right there on a 4th down, or you don't throw it short to the end zone. You got a touchdown. Stephon Diggs missed the catch. It's not on that kicker right there. Granted, it is on the kicker.
I just Googled it, guys, and it says the best bets are New England Patriots, Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, and New York Jets. I have to say that the Lions are not even on the board.
Are you hey, Eric?
In the right ear.
Eric, I think you're Googling something from like 5 years ago or something.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
What are you Googling?
I Googled best NFL bets of this season. And that's
what to win this. You have to put it
NFL best bets for every NFL team. See where the values lies. That's what it says.
Kansas City Chiefs.
What year is this you talking about? That's not.
Yeah, it's a different year.
Come on. Hey man,
I have to ask you, man. How do you feel that the Lions actually finally have a shot?
How do I feel?
Yeah, I mean, you were one of the you played for the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the city needs this. Motown needed this. Detroit people, those fans, those loyal fans, they finally starting to see the fruits of their labor of always believing in them. And I'm just so happy to know that we broke the curse. You know what I'm saying? We got through that first playoff game, got through that second playoff game. Stafford never did that, and no quarterback or coaches did that since 91. So I feel ecstatic. I feel like there's so much confidence. It don't matter where we at. I mean, we won't. Honestly, I did not want to play Green Bay, even though we've been in our house. I did not want to play Green Bay. So I'm glad we got the Niners. And I don't say be careful what you wish for, but I feel like we want the Niners.
Really? It's interesting. Cool.
Yeah, that is right. Yeah.
And guys, we do have some fans live right now that are saying that they're all about them Steelers, and then the Bill hashtag Bills Mafia.
Are they talking about the T-Towns tomorrow? Because they none of them in the playoffs.
I'm talking about our fans that are watching and
the playoffs.
I want to hear from you guys. Go ahead, get your comments in.
Okay, so back to the Bills real quick. Kind of like the opposite of the Packers. This is where I'm going with this. When John Elway was early in his career, Josh Allen reminds me a lot of John Elway. John Elway, early in his career, was getting the Broncos to the Super Bowl, but then we would lose. Basically, he didn't have a bunch of a team around him. I hate to say this, but at what point, I don't know, man, like you can only get close but no cigar so many times. Are we buying or selling Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills ever winning a Super Bowl? Tony.
They got a lot of hope. They do. They got a good team. They got a defense that looked good. It's just the ball went Kansas City's way. That's all I got to say.
Bama.
It was like the Packers. The Packers, whoever had the ball last, man, whoever had the ball last, going to win that dang game. And 49ers look good.
Yeah. Bama. The Bills ever win in a Super Bowl with Josh Allen?
With Josh Allen, I'm not gonna sell a chip, but with the team they got right now, I'm selling that. Yes. No.
Okay.
You got
What
to
do you
have better play. Josh Allen comes from the get go, dude. He made some bad reads, then the players, the big guys, made some bad miscatches right there. But I mean, you got to remember, dude. I mean, Kansas City was a fumbling in the end zone for being up by 14, and that
Yeah.
what
No, I know.
right there. So it ain't,
I know.
it was
I'm
basically
just
just
saying.
Josh Allen getting things done. You got to have somebody else step up. Stephon Diggs has to step up. You got to get Gabriel Davis might have hurt him being out right there. Shakir did what he could. Cook, I like, but I'm not sold on at the point right there. But I'm just saying, man, the team Buffalo has now, no, they're not a Super Bowl team. No.
Greg Vaughn, you think Josh Allen's ever winning a Super Bowl with the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah, I think so. I think, we all, we got to take the good with the bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, it's just part of being an athlete. I think, Josh Allen, he's at this pedestal right now because, what he's learned over the past, and he's just going to grow from that. And hopefully the mistakes next year, won't be like they were this year. And,
Right.
you kept saying about the 49ers look good. The 49ers look good on paper, but they're not playing to their ability yet. You're still, that defense, and I wasn't sold on it, even though I've been a 49er fan my whole life. But I think you got to remember, too, defense is the key, man. The defense,
Yeah.
you got to be able to get stops. And this analytics with going for everything on 4th and 1 and 2, man.
Yes.
Are you
Amen to
20
that.
and 10? You got, I don't know.
Paul Pratt, you think Josh Allen's ever winning a Super Bowl with Buffalo Bills?
I think he's the best option.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time y'all had a great quarterback like this? What's his name?
Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, you better win with it. You better do something to win around them, because it'll be another 20 years before you find somebody. As long as you're winning consistent games, getting deep into the playoffs, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? Super Bowl, everybody can win a Super Bowl.
No, I know, but it's probably it's 4 or 5 straight years now that they woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah, but you talk about Patrick Mahomes though. Like,
I know.
like it's not like Patrick Mahomes is not like that sucks. Sorry, Peyton Manning, but Brady's
Okay,
in the way.
Let's break it down like this. You have to put, I always use money, put your money where your mouth is. You got Jordan Love in the Packers, and you got Josh Allen in the Bills. You got to put $1,000 on one of those guys to win the Super Bowl first. Who's winning the Super Bowl first? Jordan Love in the Pack or the field, or neither? Neither of them never.
Jordan Love scares me. Like I said, I put it on Jordan Love before. It's kind of early though, but right now I feel like Jordan Love's a little. Besides that last play he did, he's more better with the ball. I'll probably put on Jordan Love to get to
and also like if you're an investor, if you were going to buy stock, $1 million in stock in the Packers right now or the Bills.
I do the Packers because there's less top tier quarterbacks in the NFC than it is in the AFC.
True.
You got
good point.
You got Mahomes, you got Lamar, you got Bengals. You know what I'm saying? You got the NFC is kind of more clear. It's not as tight. You know what I'm saying?
Greg, who you buying stock in?
Well, like I said, I think I agree. I think the Packers, because they're young, they're going to be together. For the most part, and adding some veterans. But I still think it comes to like Buffalo was okay until Milano got hurt. Man, that linebacker. When the guy in the middle of the field, that's like your quarterback. Or your shortstop in baseball, or the catcher. It's the same thing. They got. You just need everything to go right. You just need everything. You got to have some luck too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's one thing I heard coming to the game right there is because that Buffalo was so down on the linebacker injuries right there that they were going to be susceptible to what Casey could do to them in any other team right there, and it showed right there.
G Unit. Okay, you gotta buy $1 million in stock in the Packers or the Bills.
Definitely the Bills.
Like the Bills?
Yeah, they looked good.
Yeah. No, well, they are a good team. It's just
I mean,
I
we
don't
brought our
know,
A
man.
game.
I
The
don't
Chiefs
know,
were
dude.
on fire last night. Did you see Isaiah Pacheco and Mahomes and Kelsey?
Had
All
a
of them.
blown coverage touchdown by Kelsey. First off, right there.
They
Yeah,
just brought their
yeah,
A game though. They were on
Yeah.
fire after that really cold game last weekend. So
They have a secret weapon, guys.
no, but the Bills are good. The Bills are good. I like Josh Allen. I think they're great. I would buy him.
They have Taylor Swift, so I'm betting on them to win the whole thing.
He's our good luck charm.
Yes, exactly. Tony, did I ask you? $1 million. You buying
No.
Packers stock or Bills?
I'm taking the youth. They were finally clicking at the end. But you know what? Like Greg said, luck. You know, everything deals with luck right now, and also healthiness. Everybody has to be healthy. But I'm going youth. I'm going Green Bay.
Got it. Okay, so enough about, I guess, the losing teams.
No, I don't exist or anything, Spencer. You don't have.
Oh,
to,
Eric.
I'm just.
Eric.
We
saying
didn't
it was
like
a
your
pretty
take. That's why we didn't like your take. So.
Eric, are you okay? Well, I think I'm gonna have to explain it to you. So the Green Bay Packers, they have literally had a Hall of Fame quarterback for 30, 35, 34 years now. They are going from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now potentially Jordan Love. Like, that doesn't happen. So the Packers have what looks like their next heir apparent great quarterback. They shouldn't have been that great this year. They went pretty deep in the playoffs. They went into Dallas and destroyed, just tore the Dallas Cowboys fans' hearts, just like right out of them. They went in and crushed the Dallas Cowboys. And this is one of the best Dallas Cowboys teams in years. Okay. Or you have Josh Allen, a guy that they've known is good for like 5 or 6 years with the Buffalo Bills. Every year they get to the playoffs. Every year they're supposed to get to the Super Bowl. And every year they lose in the playoffs. So that's the question. Which team are you buying stock in? If you had to spend $1 million, are you buying Packers or are you buying Bills?
Well, I don't watch a whole lot of football, but the Dallas Cowboys I know are really good, and if they were able to crush the Dallas Cowboys like that, then I would probably go Packers. Plus, I'm looking at all of our Sports and Tacos fans out there that are interacting, and I see a lot of comments saying Packers, so I always go with what the fans say. So I'm gonna go Packers.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because Josh Allen is a great quarterback. But okay, so we have.
Is that okay, Paul? Was that a good answer? Is that going off of the approval of the great Paul Pratt?
It was all right.
So, anyways, yeah, it was great. I'm trying to think here. So you had the Chiefs, you had the Bills. Kudos, I guess, to Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. You know, they win the consolation prize.
Made a lot of money this year.
Dude, where did Baker come from? I mean, if you guys go back to Sports and Tacos 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure, wasn't I saying Baker Mayfield was going to be holding the clipboard and possibly out of the NFL by now? You guys remember those shows, those episodes?
I say that honestly, Spencer. But yeah.
Sorry, Parker.
Tell us he got rejuvenated with his commercials, and then Tampa Bay got him going.
Yeah. Well, okay. Real quick, are we buying or selling?
And Godwin though at Cleveland or the Panthers or wherever he went after that.
Are we? Yeah, we went to the Panthers, and he was going. I can't remember the guy he was competing against, and
I'm talking about the season he had with you. Got Mike Evans for one, then you got a Godwin on the side right there. I mean, that's two. Mike Evans for one's a yeah. I mean, hell, if you're throwing to him, that's like throwing to freaking DK Metcalf or Dobbin or Amari Cooper, any of these top name receivers, freaking Megatron. I mean, that's a freaking man right there. And he never really had that when he was with the Browns. And I'm sure he didn't have it with the Panthers right now.
Didn't he have? He had some receivers.
That's his first year. He did win his first playoff game, I guess. What is that?
I guess that's true. Are we buying? Okay, just real quick before we move on to the NFC Championship game, while we got Greg Vaughn and Paul Pratt on, are we buying or selling Baker Mayfield? Like, okay, listen. If you're the Denver Broncos, Tony, he only signed a 1-year deal with the Bucs, and we're Sean Payton. and we have a draft pick, blah, blah, blah. Would you go after Baker right now for the Broncos?
Actually, yeah.
Dude,
He's looking
I
good
mean,
at the post.
I'm just eating my words. I mean, I said the man was going to be holding a clipboard right now
And at
and
the
be out
same
of the
time,
NFL soon. What's that? Go ahead.
he's matured.
Nah.
Eh.
Pretty good year. Tampa won't let him go, though. He won't leave Tampa.
No. They'll buy him.
Greg Vaughn, are you buying or selling Baker Mayfield?
I don't think. I mean, I think the environment's part of it. The playmakers he has around him, he feels comfortable there. I mean, all that weighs a factor. I don't know. I'm not. Like I said, what are your options, though? You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah, it's true.
It's the difference between first tier, second tier, and third tier. You know what I mean? I believe scheme is everything. Too. Also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got to see what happens. I don't know. He'll probably stay where he is.
Well, if it's only a 1-year contract, though, I bet there's going to be some pretty big offers out there for him. You think?
One time radio Super Bowl. Same scheme he ran in Tampa.
Yeah, I don't. Paul, you buying or selling Baker Mayfield?
I am buying Baker in the Bucks. I think he should stay there. He's getting comfortable there. Only thing I'm buying him for 1 year. I franchise tag him because I feel like I never seen Baker have 2 good years in a row.
It's true. It's a good point.
So I feel like next year will be a test year. Franchise him, give him a lot of money for that year. You know what I'm saying? And if he does good next year, then maybe he got over that mental hump. Then you can have a 3 to 5 year contract. Like I said, it's his first year. He'll be more familiar, gain more trust in his offense and the team, and he has a chance to be a leader. If he goes somewhere else, he got to start over again. He wouldn't want to do that. And who said you never? The grass is not green on the other side. So now it's looking green. You got him to the playoffs. You got your confidence back. You better stay there. Don't even think about. I don't care. It's not about how much money because they throw you money to another. Broncos not gonna make that same mistake twice. For one thing, they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't go get Baker. He's not proven like that.
No, that's a good point. I think you could probably get Baker for, decently cheap.
But why would you leave? Why would you leave to go to a cold weather? Like, why would you leave in the AFC to go against? You gonna go against Mahomes? Like, stop. You know what I'm saying? You stay there right there in the NFC because you got the Panthers and and you know what I'm saying. That's why you can go 9-8 and get to the wild card. So I'll stay in there because stay there for the conference. You don't want to go to a tough conference because Herbert's going to get better. You don't want to go against. You know what I'm saying? The Raiders are going to get better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's true.
And I think the Broncos are going to get better too.
You know I guess there's only place to go is up, I suppose, with the Broncos. But okay, cool. Let's do this because we're at like the 38-minute mark. I want to run
before you move on, Spencer. I'm just going to say later to Pratt, to Paul, Greg, and Alex, and Tony, Bama, and yourself. I have to get to a meeting, but always a pleasure. Wanted to come support and guys, go to Easy Way TV on Instagram. You'll see Sports and Tacos. Thanks, guys.
Easy Way.
Thanks, Eric. We'll be in touch soon. We'll a lot of stuff coming up with Sports and Tacos. So, okay. So real quick, I just want to run some commercials real quick, and then Greg, are you on a time schedule right now, Greg?
Yeah, I have dinner. I pushed it back to 8. I still have to shower and get ready. I just wanted to jump on real quick.
Okay, cool. Then just real quick. Then I'll wait for the commercial break. All right. So NFC Championship game. It all comes down to this. You got Lions, you got Niners. Let's start with the quarterbacks. Guys, who do we think the better quarterback is? Goff or Purdy? I gotta go Goff just because he's been to the Super Bowl before. I'm buying Goff there. Tony, who of the quarterbacks, who you think's better?
I'm taking Goff.
Goff? Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not gonna. I know the Greg and Paul's answers on this probably, but okay, Greg, why is Purdy, or do you even think Purdy is better than Goff? Or just what's your opinion, Greg?
I don't know if you could use the word better. I just think Purdy's scheme fits him. If he had to play in a different scheme, I don't know if that would work for him. He gets the ball out quick, and he has weapons all over the place. So I'm comfortable with going with Purdy, but I mean, like I said, when you play sports, I don't want to use the word better or have played a sport. But I believe scheme is everything in football. You know what I mean? You got to have the right guy for the right system. And I think Goff is doing his job. He's doing his thing in Detroit. I think it's going to be the team that makes the least amount of mistakes.
Right.
Is going to win that game and penalties. And who can stay healthy if Debo's back? There's a lot of factors, like I said. So many factors.
Yeah. Paul, what's your thoughts on the quarterbacks in this game?
Yes, like I kind of like when to piggyback off what he said. Like I believe the real difference is main difference between Goff and Purdy. One thing is mobility. Like Purdy, he's more mobile, but Goff is more. I believe he is more better from the pocket. And the second thing is, and which is probably the greatest weapon that we have at Detroit that nobody really talks about is not Montgomery or Gibbs or St. Brown or the defense or not even Dan Campbell. He's the 1-on-1. The number 2 is 100% Ben Johnson, and Ben Johnson is the offensive coordinator. And I'm sad today because I was like, man, the way I didn't know I was like, who are the offensive coordinator of the Lions? They call it the best plays. Like this is the best plays. I'm like, oh my God, how creative this is. And then I finally seen him. They showed him on a TV screen a couple days ago. I was like, oh, he's gone. So I'm gonna be sad that he's probably gonna leave. We gotta pay him because it's about having a matchup, having a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Purdy is great with Shanahan. Goff is amazing with Ben Johnson because they work with each other. So I don't think Goff is as good as he is without Ben Johnson.
Right. Okay. Running backs. Who's got the better running backs? I mean, I got it. It's pretty simple. I got to go Niners there, but that's just me.
You give David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, man. That's a hell of a combo right there.
It is. Like I said, I believe scheme. I don't see anyone better, but one guy plays 4 downs. You know what I mean? And you got 2 horses on the other side. So once again, I don't think there's a better. I hate that word.
Right.
I like. They both work for their teams, and their system.
Very even. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It works. Just like Pratt said, besides all the big names, you forgot about the little ones. Well, and I can't say he's a little one, but he's a runner too. That's Debo. And then you go look at the other guy on the other side. That's that number 8 kid. Gosh dang, it's on the tip of my tongue.
What, Reynolds?
Yep. They're both runners. They're private. They do run schemes. Right? Yeah, and it's crazy. Picks,
but they do run the schemes out of them.
Yeah, and that's weird. I love it because both coaches, you got 2 masterminds going head to head, and it's gonna boom.
Yeah. So okay, you got to make a decision though.
I call it a draw.
Sorry. G unit. I totally forgot. Who do you think's the better quarterback? Brock Purdy or Goff?
Goff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you think has better running backs?
Goff or the Lions.
The Lions. Okay. Paul Pratt. Why? I'm going to assume you're taking the Lions. Why are the Lions running backs better or going to be more effective than the Niners?
Well, this is for the first time in I haven't known the Lions to have a great offensive line.
Yeah,
this is the best 2 running backs I've seen since Barry Sanders. And the way that Gibbs hits the hole, how he hits it, how he finds the hole is so amazing. I just think I'll take tandem over just McCaffrey. You know what I'm saying? Any day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I like they run hard, they run shifty. I mean, we can. What McCaffrey does probably maybe better than catch, go to receiver. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, we're doing the same stuff. Right. And I believe we finally got a great offensive line. We never had a great offensive line. Even when I was there, I was like, why we look so small? Yeah. I was never like that. But now we got a great offensive line, again, great push. And I just that chemistry is just amazing with how the patience that our running backs have, and they run strong.
Right. Okay, wide receivers. Tony. What team's wide receivers are you taking?
Gosh darn, you got a couple good ones on Detroit, but if you're going to go that way, I'm going to go on San Francisco on that. You got Chuck, you got Samuels, you got Kittle that you guys haven't used yet. I can't wait till you light the match on him because he's going to explode.
Well, he saved us last week though. he kept those chains moving a few times. You know what I mean? On those third down. But the guys are losing their footing. That week off, they just look rusty. They look off. You know.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens this week.
Bama, who's got better receivers, the Niners or the
I
Lions?
get it. It's a freaking toss-up, man. I mean, St. Brown versus Debo if he's healthy. That's a toss-up. Ayuk versus Reynolds right there. Jamison, Kittle versus Laporta. Rookie versus veteran. I'm going to give it, if Debo's healthy, I give it to the 49ers with Ayuk, Debo, and Kittle. That's what I give them to if that's
What are your thoughts, Greg? Wide receivers.
Don't forget Jennings. He's
right. About him either. That's right. Yeah.
Like I said, I just believe it's the system.
Yeah.
It's a great game. I like the Lions. You know what I mean? But I'm born and raised California kid who lives in Vegas, who wants to see his team play in the Super Bowl.
Paul, who's got the better receivers?
You know what? I have to say the Niners, and I'm scared because our biggest and weakest link, and which makes my blood pressure go up just thinking about it, is our cornerbacks. And I've been yelling at these dudes for the past half a year, like, why are we so trash? I seen it when I went to the Lions game against the Chargers. I was at that game. Yeah. I was like, number one, you are scared. Number 32, I got on number 32. I actually DM'd him. I know I said some of this comment. He saw some. It was like some real, just honest, like football talk. And he said he texted me right back, like, you right? And he's been playing strong ever since. But number one, I don't want to say his name. Number 29, I just feel like they're gonna catch some strays, some stiff arm strays from Debo and McCaffrey. I just like they make me so mad. They don't want to cover. They don't want to tackle.
So this is what I think is going to be the difference in the entire game. No, this is the NFC Championship game. Defense wins championships. Tony
Warner and Greenlaw. That's the difference in that game.
Tony, defense.
Michigan Blue, Mr. Adrian Hutchinson, go Blue. Yes, national champions, but now there's another foot he has to step into. It's called the NFC Championship. And you know what? For the year that he's been doing, oh my gosh, he's amazing. And this is his second year. They have already made him a star captain.
He's badass.
I give kudos because the last couple of years you couldn't say nothing about the Detroit defense. Just like Pratt said.
You're taking the Detroit defense over the Niners defense?
Yes, I do. Bam. Yes, I do. I'll take the front line over their front line, but cornerbacks, I agree with Pratt. 49ers have that.
I'm talking, because you got to go. For me, I got to go overall. Bama, who's got the overall better defense?
49ers have the better defense overall right there. 100%.
Yeah.
Front line, linebackers, front four linebackers, secondary. It's not a big difference, but it is in places right there. That's what it's
Yeah. Okay. So I'm looking at the line here, and the Niners are 7-point favorites. This is in San Francisco, correct?
Yeah.
I do like Detroit plus the 7 if it's 7.
Okay. So, Paul, real quick, you still there, Paul? Can you hear us? Paul, you there?
Sorry, I was getting upstairs to charge my phone. I was about to die.
Okay,
I'm here.
Just real quick, Paul. What are the Lions going to have to do to realistically go in there and win this football game?
Tackle.
Okay, it's pretty easy, pretty simple. Tackle.
It's true.
Okay, yeah. Greg, basically, what are the Niners going to need to do to come out of here on their way to the Super Bowl?
Get off the ground and like I said, cover the wide receivers. Hopefully it's not raining this week, but they're just going to have to execute. You know what I mean? I just think they're a little rusty from the last week off, the bye week. I just think execute and not turn the ball over.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, it's going to be a hell of an NFC Championship game. Honestly, right now, I'd be taking the Lions plus the 7, but I think the Niners are winning that game. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, man, I like that 7. Oh my gosh. What's the over and under on that game, too? That's got to be pretty up there.
51.
I'll take the 51 and over, and I'll take the Detroit 7.
Yeah. Bama.
Yeah, no, I like Detroit keeping it definitely very close right there. I do like the 49ers pulling it off, but yeah, I think Detroit definitely keeps it.
Okay,
Touchdown.
you know, I could see this game being because it's going to be some. I think there's going to be points scored in this game. You know, both teams could score 30 points. I'm predicting something like 30. Gosh, like a 38-35 Niners victory. Greg Vaughn, what's your predicted score of this game? Like, what's your thoughts?
Hey, I just think we're going to win.
Okay.
I like Detroit in the 7, but I think the Niners will win. I mean, like last week, I bet on every single game, but I didn't bet on the Niners. I wasn't given 10 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just don't see it. I don't see what everyone else sees.
Yeah. Paul Pratt, what do you think the predicted score of this game is going to be? What's your predicted score?
I like 38-35 Lions.
Lions. That offense is legit. That offense is legit. I mean, and here's the one thing: if we we go back. I mean, the Lions. If you go back to Week 1, G Unit. Remember who the Lions beat in Kansas City in Week 1?
Yeah, we lost to the Lions. Yeah.
So that's like I was saying.
I said, when I say Lions to Super Bowl, I said it then.
Yes, you did. We got it on the show. So, all right. Well, cool. Greg and Paul, you guys feel free to hop off, anytime, if you run out of time, because there's an AFC championship game argument that we need to get into between G Unit and Bama. So I'm going to run some commercials real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll dive into the AFC championship game.
I gotta go, guys.
Cool, guys.
Bye, Paul.
See you later.
Thanks, everybody.
Motown, baby. Motown, baby. Motown.
I got you, Paul. I got you.
Motown.
I got you.
Yeah.
Ravens versus Super Bowl.
All right. Cool, guys.
See you guys.
Bye. We'll talk to you soon. All right, guys. We'll run some commercials real quick, and we'll get back to the AFC championship game.
All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
Perfect. Who are the guys at Sports and Tacos? We're a bunch of sports experts who work together in a huge sports bar forever. And we know more sports than anybody in this entire world because we put our money where our mouth is.
All about having some fun, a little bit of sports knowledge from 3, 4, 5, 6 different folks, depending on the night. Let you know about what happened that day in sports. We'll get to it. Check us out. Sports and Tacos at YouTube.
Perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube, Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us. YouTube, Sports and Tacos. Why Sports and Tacos? Because we're number 1. We try to do things a little different from everybody else, and that's who we are because we party like the big dogs.
Okay, sweet. Right, we party like the big dogs. Okay, so we'll give a shout out to our sponsors. All right, we got, of course, the Easy Way Network. So just so everybody knows, Easy Way Network is going to be helping us out go big in 2024. So we got Greg Vaughn, we got Easy Way, we got my friend Laura Daly. We're about to have all kinds of producers, background stuff, people out there getting us big guests, all the things. There's a lot. The show's slowly but surely. The big things should be happening in 2024 for Sports and Tacos. So, anyways, I'll do a little shameless self-promoting. Go to Amazon.
Tacos. What the hell?
Oh, you did? Yeah. Sorry, freaking. Well, if you brought them, eat them. Because I
Shit.
I already ate mine. You're supposed to just eat them. I don't know where our ref is. God, I didn't
Guess
even
what
think
kind I
about that.
have?
What kind do you got?
Pork.
Ooh, that's probably pretty
And
cool.
it's pork that was sitting in the crock pot for 24 hours.
Oh my
Pork
God.
tenderloin. Oh, so good.
Dude, that sounds
We got
amazing.
one of
Do
each.
you
Chicken and
do you
shredded.
do you make like green chili? G-Unit?
I can't. Yeah, I have before. I love making chili. I love doing crock pot meals in general.
Yeah.
Do you make
So
your
good.
spicy G-Unit or no?
Yes, I love it spicy.
Spicy? You like it spicy? All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too spicy. Like
They have
way
have
too.
you guys got bomb ass green chili like right there. Where
I
you work.
love
Denver,
All day,
yeah.
every day. And like I've told you guys before, it's weird, dude. Like living in the Southwest now, Phoenix, Arizona, or like Phoenix and LA, like green chili just ain't a thing. It's that magical hatch green chili from New Mexico.
Yeah.
Like you have really good Mexican food in LA, but like green chili, like in Denver, just ain't a thing. It's like green sauce or red sauce.
Yeah, it's true.
Feel like Alabama. There is no green chili. There's red chili or enchilada sauce.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of crazy. So all right, well, nobody has to go to the penalty box. Everybody had tacos. That's all good. Boom. Go to Amazon Prime, watch American Comedy, and we're also on Tubi now and a bunch of other platforms. Then Donald's World, this is about to be on, I don't know, a bunch of platforms also. So look out for that. You can go to amcofilms.com and watch both of those. You can watch the movie and then the continuation of the movie, which will be the series. Check that out. Give a shout out to GV23 Wine, which is Greg Vaughn's wine, which is doing really good. G-Unit, I'm going to let you, if you still want to give a shout out to good old Smoke Lab Vodka.
Sure. I used to sell it. It's this is Smoke Lab. It's a vodka from India, Punjab, India, made with basmati rice and pure Himalayan spring water, and you can get it at all the liquor stores in California. It makes a really good espresso martini.
Sick. Give a shout out to Hammond Entertainment, Bill Hammond. Definitely got to give thanks to him. Helped hooking us up with Greg Vaughn, which we appreciate greatly. Also going to give a shout out to Dan Wolken over at Memory Lane Incorporated. Dan, I just talked to him the other day. He's coming on the show again soon. He was like super excited when I sent him that picture of all those Jordan Love rookie cards that I found in the middle in a box like 4 years after the guy got drafted.
Sell it now, Spencer.
Yeah, well, dude, we'll see. I mean, do you guys realize, like, if you were to go back to, what was it, 2000? When was freaking Mahomes drafted? Would that be 2016? My point is here, there are literally Patrick Mahomes rookie cards, like refractors, that sell for over $50,000 a card right now. They're probably even more than that. I bet there's a Patrick Mahomes card out there that's already sold for over $1 million.
I believe it.
You're forgetting one thing though. Patrick Mahomes has been to 6 straight AFC championships. He's never not been on AFC championship in his career.
Isn't that insane? No, I get it, but it's just like hindsight being 2020. If you go back to the year 2000 and you were buying up cards, boxes of cards, and you were getting this card of this common nobody named Tom Brady. Do you realize, like, literally, I guarantee you I'm just saying, like, I guarantee you there were regular dudes out there who, like, in 2008 were going through their cards. Their wife was probably like, get these stupid football cards out of the closet, blah, blah, blah. He went through it and was like, holy Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So without thinking, then you should look for your Will Levis cards or something like that then, because you're talking about somebody that never did anything, then all of a sudden came on the scene real fast.
I'm just saying in general. All I know is, like, you go
like
back to, you think back to these times, you're like, oh, and then next thing you know, like right now, and his stuff's already through the roof. That'd be CJ Stroud.
So CJ's
literally, think about
it. Yeah.
All you have to do is go back in time to August and buy a ton of CJ Stroud stuff, and his stuff's just like Jordan Love, even more than Jordan Love, going through the roof. Made the playoffs.
Late month, dude. Baltimore made C.J. Stroud look very human twice this year. Once in the playoff game, once in the first game of the season.
Yeah, but I mean, for being a rookie, you go back and you look at like Peyton
Awesome.
Manning's rookie season, John Elway's rookie season. A lot of Hall of Famers in their rookie season were not that good. So, he had other, I don't want to say, I don't know what the numbers were, but like a Dan Marino-esque type rookie season with the numbers he was putting up,
But he never saw daylight again.
Yeah, but he's still, Dan Marino's, I believe he's still in the Hall of Fame. I mean.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, he's got all those acetona gloves, man. Of course, yeah.
So, boom. What else do we got here? Give a shout out, Doug Plank, Megan Johnson. Doug's supposed to be coming on the show again soon. And obviously Paul Pratt's Noah water, super electrolyte injected. His Noah water is really starting to take off. I'm seeing it all over social media.
That's awesome.
Well, okay. There's an AFC championship game coming up, guys.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now.
That's the best game of the weekend right there. But hands down, best game of the weekend.
Oh, hands down.
So, right
The
now.
world's gonna be watching this game.
Right now, oh, my God, dude. Right now, the Baltimore Ravens are favored by 3.5 points. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs all day plus 3.5.
Cover 3.5 or win the outright?
I think winner outright. And dude, I'm sorry. It's just great players don't always play. Bro, I get it. I've been saying it all season. It does not matter. It is Patrick effing Mahomes.
And I said that today. To be the best, you got to beat the best.
Yeah.
And that's what
Lamar's got. They could. It is in Baltimore. Baltimore's got great everything, but they don't have Patrick.
They don't have Patrick Mahomes.
They don't have Lamar Jackson, who's about to win his second MVP title, matching Patrick Mahomes right there. Plus an MVP Super Bowl, I'm hoping, right there.
So, Tony, what? You got to put $1 million on this game. What are you doing, buddy?
What's over and under real quick?
The over-under on this game is 44.5. So they're thinking – so this is the way you kind of – can figure out, the way Vegas is thinking the score is going to be. If you take the over/under, you split it in half. So they think it's going to be 22-22. But they think the Ravens are going to win basically by a field goal. So you add 3 to 22. That gives you 25. You subtract 3 from 22. So they're thinking like 25-20, 25-19, something like that. Relatively low-scoring-ish game. With the Ravens winning the game.
For one, I'll be taking. It's going to be a heck of a game, man. But you know what? I'm going to take the guys that haven't been there. I think they're going to shock the world. And plus, on top of it, they've been number one, and there's a reason they're number one.
They are destroying people.
But I do love the over. The over is absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh! You got two high-scoring offensives. Kansas City's defense is stepping up. You already see what the Ravens do for their defense. It's going to be one hell of a game. I'm not going to say it's going to be an 18-15 game. I'm thinking it's going to be a 35-38 game because they're going to be going back and forth in that fourth quarter. Whoever has that ball last goes to the Super Bowl.
What'd you say the over-under was, Spencer? 44?
And a half.
Under all day long. Under. The winning team will have barely over 30. The losing team will be in the 20s, low 20s. I like the under in that game right there. And it's going to be Baltimore defeating those Kansas City Chiefs 31-20. That's going to be the final right there.
No way.
Yes. It's basically it's the new GOAT because Brady's retired, and you got Mahomes, who's done 6 straight AFC championship games his whole career.
Boy's a beast.
Super Bowl after Super Bowl, won a couple. Lamar, who's finally got a second playoff win. Finally healthy with a real team right now. We got them going on. Nobody is more focused than the Baltimore Ravens. But I think it's going to come down to some defense right there. But Baltimore's defense is going to hold out a little bit more. That's what I'm saying. 30 points wins that game. Whichever team reaches 30, they win that game.
That's I think I agree with that. G Unit.
Be a
Just
31
give me your monologue on this G Unit. I mean, other than Patrick effing Mahomes, because he's got a point. The Ravens, they have destroyed some teams this year. They went. Did you guys go into Miami and destroy Miami and into San Francisco?
Came to us, we destroyed them. We beat Miami pretty big. We beat the 49ers pretty big. We beat Seattle pretty big. All the big names they step up to, which is why I'm hoping they keep it up this week, because it is the biggest step up of all. It is Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, there's no big name in NFL football right now than Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. Last couple of years, last 5 years, that's been the staple that you want to beat. The gold standard has been Chiefs and Mahomes. Yeah. Baltimore has a really good shot this year.
They do.
Not saying they do it, but I think they do it.
Yeah,
man, that's tough.
They got the team to do it, man. We got the number one offense versus number one running game versus one of the best rushing defenses in Kansas City right there. We got a good defense as well. Number one, number two overall in the categories. Chiefs are starting to get back clicking what they're doing, running the ball. Pacheco, Kelsey finally found his life last week. First in 8 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dude, it's going to be a really, really, really knockdown, drag out fight that. And what did I say? 31-20? Yeah, take the over. It's going to be a 50-point total on that right there.
God, dude. I can't bet against Mahomes' experience. I mean, but he has. I mean,
you got to get experience somewhere. That's Lamar's chance this year. And there's nobody more focused right now than that team.
Yeah. But so are the Chiefs, though.
Well, the Chiefs all year long. They have been the most unfocused team all year long.
They're getting focused now. So that's why they're scary.
Scares me, right?
Yeah, that's what's scary about them.
They looked good last night. They looked really good last night.
They look as good as you think. They could have easily lost that game. Very easily.
But they play in playoff games like normal teams play regular season games.
It's Mahomes. I mean, until you beat the champs, you ain't the champs, and so you got to knock out the champs right now, which is that.
I mean, literally, the only way I would even consider betting against Mahomes is if he was playing Brady.
Well, think about the first time Mahomes won a game. That's what you're dealing with right now. That's going to be Lamar Jackson and boys right now. That's going to be Mahomes' first winning that game. You didn't think he was going to win.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Maybe
they got to put up a fight, but I disagree with you, Bama. Third time's a charm.
It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be like 21-24.
Tony,
someone's going to barely win.
Tony, I agree with that statement. Tony, what is your predicted score of this game?
33-28. Where at the end they're trying to Kansas City's trying to go down and score a touchdown, and something happens with the timer. Or a penalty knocks him out.
It's going to be
or an interception.
It's going to be a wardrobe malfunction from Taylor Swift in the box.
I say 33-28. I think it's going to be a great game. Oh my gosh.
Should be a really great game, honestly.
Right? You got two great quarterbacks going head to head. You got Mark Andrews. He's coming back versus Kelsey. And then you got this kid Rice that is on Kansas City that is phenomenal. Out of the woodworks. Look what he's done.
Rook, baby, Rook.
He's good. Yep. And Pacheco, geez Louise, that boy's got legs. But you know what? Then you're going on the other side. You got you got number 4 Flowers.
He's Zay Flowers. He's a rook.
He's catching balls where he didn't catch it until the ending of the season.
We got the poor man's Travis Kelsey and Mark Andrews.
And then then you also got Bateman. You got Aguilera or that guy. Aguilar. And then you got the backfield.
Odell, baby.
I like Gus. I like Gus Edwards right now. I think he's getting ready to shine. And then of course you got the man of steel back there, man. Number 8. He's making things happen. And you know why? Because if you lose, you're out.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going Baltimore.
Okay. Did you
be in there in a while?
First time with Lamar. First time AFC Championship with Lamar. Yeah.
I think for some reason it's going to be a high scoring game. Now
Yeah.
that I think about it, G Unit him is making some sense there, but man, God, no, it's so, dude. I could see it being 38-31 just as easily as I could see this thing being 23-20.
Yeah.
But these offenses are too potent, though. What Bama? What was? Do you know off the top of your head what Baltimore's like defense? Are they one of the best in the league?
Number one overall.
Number one overall.
Actually, all right, I'll take that back. They're number at the end of the regular season. They are number. I was looking at number 6 right now.
So that's they D up. Well, you got
They
the
D
list right there. You got the list right there. What was the Chiefs by chance?
The Chiefs were actually not too far behind. They were number 9, 3 behind Baltimore.
I thought
Dude,
they
this
played.
game is by far the best game of the weekend. Is Kansas City versus Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay. The Kansas City Chiefs are winning this football game 30-27
That's right.
only because of Patrick Mahomes.
I knew I liked you, Spencer. I knew I liked you.
You just, dude, great players don't always play great. They just play great when they have to. And
Great players also get substituted by other great players. 31.
I know,
20.
I know. And don't get me wrong. Occasionally, like the Yankees don't win the World Series, and the Patriots don't win the Super Bowl. But just
But
like
Greg,
if you're a gambler, that's not a bet you want to bet against over and over because
I don't know if I like.
know,
I'd like the 3.5. Baltimore wins by more than 3.5. Yeah.
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
They got T Swizzle power, bro. They got
Right.
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift.
Swizzle does not matter because we all saw Jason Kelsey also, Travis's brother. He was standing out more this weekend than Taylor Swift was with his drinking his beer, doing his things, which I loved. I thought it was freaking awesome.
I saw that.
Come to an end.
Taylor Swift's going to smack him on his butt and be like, go get him, Tiger.
Which one, Jason or Travis?
Both of them. So, wow. Yeah, I'm saying 30-27 and maybe even like a epic game for the ages overtime win.
No overtime.
To me, I mean, don't get me wrong. Joe Burrow did knock him out that year in that AFC Championship game a couple years ago. So he isn't invincible. It just hasn't been done much. And if your name ain't Joe Burrow or Tom Brady.
Really, Joe Burrow? That Baltimore don't seem to have a problem with Joe Burrow? Okay.
I know, but I'm just saying,
Sure, then okay.
Bad call, Spence.
Well, just still, Joe Burrow beat Mahomes in the AFC Championship
Baltimore
game.
very often, and Baltimore's playing.
I don't care about that. I'm not talking about Baltimore. Baltimore has never won shit, basically, with Lamar Jackson as far as Super Bowls are concerned.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's the greatest freaking game. It's David versus Goliath, and David's going to kick Goliath's ass this weekend.
He might.
Like I tell you, America, this is what I think. It's going to go down to the fourth quarter like it always does.
No disrespect to Unit and Jack and you guys, but your teams are going down this weekend. Baltimore's going down on you guys. You're going to fucking get your ass kicked.
It's going to be a fourth quarter gig. I bet they both each score 14 or more points in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So Tony, and this is actually probably the man if you're out there, America, a world. What was your predicted score, Tony?
33-28.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
Wow, that kind of scares me.
Good job.
I'm not.
Good job.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not touching this game because
that's how I feel about the San Fran game. I don't know what to do on that right there.
I like the +7. Because the Lions are going to score some points.
But the Lions are away from home. And I've seen the Lions go away from home, like in Baltimore, to the place where they got beat by like 25-30.
But then they go into Kansas City and win.
Somebody by 25 or 30.
Well, it's going to be
sleep, but that's why I'm not touching that game betting wise. Not even touching that.
It's going to be a
the over on that game. If it's like less than 45, I'll take the over.
Bam, are you from Baltimore? I forgot. You're from.
No, I'm from Alabama.
Okay.
He's just a Ravens fan.
I'm a Ravens fan.
Why are
Ozzie
you a
Newsome
Ravens
is the
fan?
reason I'm a Ravens fan. Ozzie Newsome took over the front office when they moved over from Cleveland to Baltimore. They got him as, the greatest tight end in Cleveland history. Front office of Baltimore. He did nothing but draft players that played like Alabama. Shitty quarterback, good defense. And they won a Super Bowl with Dilfer with that in the first time.
Yeah, that's true.
He got a good quarterback with Flacco plus a good defense. He drafts a lot of Alabama players. He plays a hard-nosed guy. That's the reason I'm a Baltimore fan.
Okay.
You go to Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're like the SEC version of the NFL.
They are. Yeah.
When I came out of the womb, I was always a Bronco fan.
Same here, baby. Same here.
In Alabama. I hated the Falcons growing up. I hated the Saints growing up. Tennessee Titans weren't an option back then. So I was a big Marino fan and a big Jim Kelly fan, Andre Reed. Plus, I liked the 49ers back in the day.
You know what I'm a big fan of?
Money.
I'm a big fan of the 2024 NFL draft, baby. Go
Dun, 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 dun.
Broncos. Dun, 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 dun. Tony, what do you think we should? I mean, it should. Hey, it should. Hey, Tony.
Draft right now. We're all about the game.
Tony, you think the Broncos got to take a quarterback with that first pick, right?
Yeah, there's some things that I heard today on the radio that didn't surprise me. Really didn't surprise me. Well, right now it's just talk, but they're going to talk to Darnold, which no. The other one, they were going to talk to Uncle Rico because his
You guys, you'll be in the gutter for the next 5 years if you talk to them.
But also too, it was a weird one where we were offering a second round and a third round pick for a higher quarterback, but I'm not going to say the name because the source I heard it from, I don't know if she listened to it on Facebook or on the radio. So I'm not going to go off of that. Love you, Mom. And then at the same time, you know what? It's not bad looking into the draft, seeing what we can get in a second round. I know we're not going to get any of the big boys. It just doesn't seem like it's up our tree. What we do need, though, is we need wide receivers. We need a tight end. Everybody's hurt.
This isn't boring ass Denver radio talking.
We're back.
Also to play with the Chiefs and the Ravens. The 49ers.
I know there's still other things going on, but
besides your draft.
Bronco country we're looking at.
All right, guys. Cool. Well,
baseball before the draft right now.
Oh God, we're back to being a team looking for a quarter.
I can't believe football's over.
It ain't over. Well, it might be hopefully this weekend for your team, but hopefully not.
Oh, okay.
It ain't over yet. We still got 3 weeks. 3
Very
weeks.
funny. Very funny.
You set them up, I'll knock them down, G Unit.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about basketball before you know it. Baseball.
Hey, Nuggets are doing.
Yeah. All right. They didn't cover the spread the other night against the damn Washington Bullets, but
Nope.
what the hell? I'm sorry, the Wizards, not the Bullets anymore. Just like it's not the Redskins, it's the Commanders. What the fuck's up with Washington? Why do you always change your names from the Bullets to the Wizards, the Redskins to the Commanders? Come on, really? Come on,
I don't
Washington.
know. Maybe that is kind of weird.
Balls, Washington. Be who you are.
Yeah, just be who you are. Stay your whatever. God. Okay. Anyways, guys, I guess just be happy that you have teams that are in the playoffs that you can root for. Me and Tony have not had a football team in the playoffs for 8 effing years. But
I just bet on them, Spence.
you know, like at least the last time we watched the Broncos in the playoffs, they were walking off with the Lombardi Trophy, you know, but it was still a long time ago now. Jesus.
Was that when there was HD TV, or was that just analog?
Nah, man, it was VHS.
Was there cable back then? Did you have like internet?
God. All right. Well, cool. Anyways, a lot of big things coming up for Sports and Tacos.
There's always next year.
At least we got Sean Payton. At least we're hopefully heading in the right direction. It's just
I'm bullshit because actually you guys won a title the last time before Baltimore did. We last won in 2012. You guys won one since then. So.
Yeah. What year did you guys win with Flacco?
2012.
Oh, that's right. I mean, you beat the Niners, right?
Yeah.
Who is the
Harbaugh?
What's
Harbaugh.
his face?
Harbaugh.
Yeah, we'll dive into that next week. There will probably be. God, do you think Harbaugh and Belichick will have decisions on them?
They both had interviews. Yeah, well, I mean, they both interviewed twice with the Chargers and twice with the Falcons right now. So yeah,
man, because they were talking like maybe Jim Harbaugh. It's all just a ploy to stay at Michigan.
Well, he's already got that contract on the table in Michigan. It's already been there for the last, 2 or 3 weeks. He would be the highest paid college coach if he signs his extension, but he's exploring his options to the NFL right now. Contract's already there in college.
I'm sorry. If I'm Belichick, how could you not take the Chargers job? Like, I get it. He's an East Coast guy.
No, he won't have control. The Cowboys job, he wouldn't have had control with. That's why they didn't want him there.
Oh my God. Could you imagine Belichick with Jerry Jones?
Not possible.
That you talk about black and white, like
that's oil and water, not at all mixing right there.
That is oil and water right there.
I like so.
Jimmy Johnson can speak to that, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, so next Monday night, like I said, lots of things happen. Stay tuned to Sports.
Alex, good luck with the team. Hope it's a great game.
I will be texting you this weekend.
Let's do it. Yes, because go Ravens, but it should be a really good freaking game.
Go EMC.
Go Chiefs.
Go Ravens.
Watching this is rooting for the Chiefs secretly.
Go draft.
All the Swifties.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys. All right.
Go
see everybody soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Adios.
Yeah.